I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
You were watching the Facebook Messenger today, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I'm feeling really industrious over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I've
I've
noticed
been digging.
it. I've noticed that.
I've been digging it, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the progress that I've made. Like, I have done the table of contents, and I have done the introduction
good.
to a book.
Good.
And I've realized that my book only really truly
It's like
honest. No,
12
it only
pages.
no. It only needs to be
It's a pamphlet.
4 chapters
That's not bad.
and a conclusion. It needs to be 4 chapters and a conclusion.
I'm in the middle of working on an outline for one myself.
And I think that's awesome.
It is
Because I want everybody out, like anything that I write, I want it to be concise enough to where, too many words.
Yeah.
I want it to be concise enough to where people get it
Yep.
and they catch what I'm saying and they go.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of happy that I'm sticking to that already.
At least you're doing better than I am because I have way more time and I'm just barely getting an outline even finished.
No. So I did the intro and then I did the table of contents to get an outline and idea. And then today, when as I was driving home, I realized I only need I only need the history. Like I just need like the before,
Yeah.
the why,
Okay.
and then the what.
Yeah, that's usually how a book runs.
No, it depends on what it is.
Sometimes,
but
I mean,
sometimes
sometimes
people
it's
just
not.
like sprinkle it in and out and give a whole bunch of bullshit. But no, like that's intro,
Yeah.
history, why, and what. Like the action, and then like the conclusion is okay. Well, here's where we're moving to next.
Okay.
This is where we're going from here.
Yeah. I mean,
And so it needs to be. And I'm really happy that I figured it out, so I don't have to stress over it.
good.
And if I can dig through all the rest of the information that I have, I could possibly get this thing knocked out really quick, and I'm kind of happy about that.
Hey, like I said, I'm working. Here's just here's mine. Here's the outline I have.
Yeah, hey, that's better than some people.
No, I know that, but I kind of like the.
Yeah,
I figure it's a compliment sandwich, really.
yeah. You got the
It's the
you got the
do's and-
good, the bad,
the
the
do's
good, the
and
bad,
don'ts.
the good, the bad, the good.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all together, and what you have, the facts of life.
The facts of life.
The facts of life.
But I'm just saying, that's what you need to call it.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
See, look.
That would be fantastic.
We're just making things as we go.
I know.
That's all. I'm really happy about these things because
It's
it's progress.
It's progress.
It's true.
It's the good progress.
The
It's
good
not-
kind of progress.
It's not the I'm taking from someone else who's actually doing better than me
And giving to
someone, myself or someone else
from other people, in the worst possible ways. Which, by the way, I am very sad
You're sad
about one thing.
What's that?
Now, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because of who he is and where he is and the fact of where he lives and all the rest of it.
Okay.
But Jackie Chan has come out today.
He came out of the closet?
No,
Oh, thank God.
he came out today in support of the Communist Party of China.
Well, duh.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Well, duh. But I mean, like, in full support. Like, I'm going to join the Communist Party of China. Not just like,
Well, duh.
they did a great... No, he did. He's
No,
doing the full... I know,
duh.
I get it. Yeah, he's like the face of China for half the people in the world.
Why do you think he's here?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it
No, I know.
It makes me sad because
No, I'm with you.
communism.
No, it does. It's one of those. It's that again, like we said yesterday. You don't want to know about the personal beliefs of your heroes. And I use the hero term hero
Heroes,
loose,
yeah.
but
any person in the media that you've seen that like anybody who is in the entertainment business, you don't want to know about their personal stuff.
I
You
don't.
don't want because it's like when you meet your heroes, you.
Yeah, and that
It's
was what I
always
was
worse.
going. It's always
Yeah.
worse. That was the angle
It's
I was
always
going.
worse,
And again,
you know.
I'm not putting him at hero level per se, but it's that same concept.
I don't know. He's a hero.
So you're not waiting on a hero?
No, no. I mean, have you seen all the movies where he's the hero?
He's always, name one he isn't. I'm just saying.
I'll wait.
I know.
Oh yeah, the one movie with the what was the Bruce Lee movie that he was in as a side character? He was a side character.
Oh, when you said hero, my brain.
No. He was like Enter the Dragon or whatever.
Yeah,
he was a side character in the background.
Yeah, no. But when I meant hero, I meant he wasn't
where
a hero,
he was the main
villain.
character, but he was the bad guy.
I meant the villain.
Yeah. Well, no, that's never.
He couldn't play a bad guy.
That guy can't. He really can't.
No.
I don't think it's in his nature.
I guess my brain has always kind of assumed he would just be with the communist China. So I'm just
because he's Chinese, and you're like, yeah.
And he was born there. He was raised.
He was done there. Everything was there.
Everything was there.
Like,
so
yeah, all the stuffs was China's.
He's. I mean, he may have been here forever, but he's sadly.
I mean, he lives there. That's where he does.
Indoctrination runs deep.
It
sadly,
does. It does indeed. Speaking of indoctrination running deep, the Keith Olbermanns. I really do think he has gone off his rocker, man.
I think somebody needs to buy him a new rocker.
That's probably true too. But like he's gotten angry and obsessive and crazy. Okay.
Just wanted to clarify. And
it's
angrier and crazier.
He came out with the thing and he posted it on the Twitters and all the rest of it's a little video. It's 2 minutes.
Adorable.
You know what? Honestly, I should just you guys just need to hear it. We'll stop it when we want to comment, but you just need to hear it, okay? Here we go.
Whether or not you meant to watch baseball's All-Star game, and who am I to judge you? Remember that Saturday night, police uncovered a stash of 16 long guns, body armor, and 1,000 rounds of ammunition in a Denver hotel room near where the game was to be played. And then the FBI said they had no reason to believe this was connected to the All-Star game, and a lot of people relaxed and took this as good news, as if it's somehow okay that 4 people had stashed long guns, ammo, and body armor for any purpose other than shooting up the All-Star game like it was Las Vegas 2017.
Hey, hold up. He keeps saying long gun. You notice that?
Yeah, you mean a rifle?
Yeah, he keeps saying long gun.
Shotgun? Which one?
I think it'd be a shotgun. A long gun wouldn't be indicative of a rifle. However,
bring me my longsword hoe.
All right, Lion-O. No, I didn't look at this part. We need to find it. What incident is he talking about exactly?
Baseball, whatever. I don't know. I didn't catch it.
Well, no, he was talking about like the I would guess what?
Guns found.
Oh, I didn't do that. I'm not going to do that.
Guns found in a hotel room. Basically, tons of guns. Okay. Tons of guns found in a hotel room.
Guns.
Gubs. Guns found in hotel room. Duke.
And we'll hit the button and we'll see.
And the owls.
6 days ago, 3 days ago, 8 hours ago.
Chicago. That was Chicago.
These are all Chicago. Oh, one in Denver. Where was the All-Star game being played?
Hold on. I don't remember because I don't care about sports.
Whether or not you meant to watch baseball's All-Star game, and who am I to judge you? Remember that Saturday night, police uncovered a stash of 16 long guns, body armor, and 1,000 rounds of ammunition in a Denver hotel room near where the game was to be played.
Okay, here we
and
go.
then the FBI said they had no reason to believe this was connected to the All-Star game, and a lot of people relaxed and took this as good news, as if it's somehow okay that 4 people had stashed long guns, ammo, and body armor for any purpose other than shooting up the All-Star game like it was Las Vegas 2017, as if that's the way it's supposed to be, as if anybody should have 1,000 rounds of ammo and body armor, and they could then ask their Denver hotel for a room with a balcony for whatever reason.
Okay.
Wow, he's getting a little heated there.
He is getting pretty heated there.
I'm still trying to pull this stupid thing
you're
up.
trying
I'm trying to find the right one because I want to see.
Oh, there you go. Here you go. 3 days ago.
Something. This is out of Denver. Of course, this is according to MSN.
Right.
Microsoft.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Microsoft.
Police officers feared a Las Vegas-style shooting at the 2021 Major League Baseball All-Star Game in Denver. 1,000 rounds.
Yeah.
Body armor. They have long guns here too.
Is that just a way to like
more than a dozen weapons, including 16 long guns? Here,
Okay,
See,
but what were
I'm
the
trying
rounds?
to find, and I don't give it that.
When you say long gun, what does that even mean?
That's what I want to find out. See, here's the deal. We know enough when it comes to the media that words are important.
They are very important.
Okay? If it was an AR-15,
They would have said big scary guns.
they would have thrown it out the gate. So the question is what kind of guns were they? I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a little weirded out that happened to be a lot of guns
At an
in a
all-star
hotel
game.
room, at a hotel near the ballpark.
Right.
I'm there with you. Don't get me wrong. I'm there with you. There's something you kind of need to kind of go, we need to look into that. But the fact of the matter is that he keeps saying long guns. And even this is saying long guns. I want to know what they were.
Yeah.
Because they obviously were not the AR-15s that everybody tries to make out such a big deal of. It's not. It can't be.
You know, that's, and I
Let's see, here's Daily Caller.
Daily Caller
Maybe
got
Daily
it. Yeah,
Caller will
maybe they
tell
got
us.
something.
Are
Are they still saying long guns?
And it says dozen guns.
Dozen guns. Did they say long guns in the tweet?
That's
Body armor, ammos.
Liz Gallardi.
Who cares?
I don't care about her.
Yeah, Denver.
Law enforcement says if here's a potentially Las Vegas style shooting, it's
Yeah,
one of two rooms involved. There's a balcony overlooks
Vantage,
downtown
yeah, blah,
area,
blah,
the vantage
blah.
point, yada yada yada. 4 suspects,
3 men and a woman.
3 men and a baby, or I mean a woman.
Whoops. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Yeah, I am not seeing.
Oh, I think the police department thing is where they're getting the long gun deal.
Is it?
I think so.
Denver Saturday report a suspicious man in
Long
investigation.
guns.
I don't see long guns even there. Individual, there's just names of people, investigation,
yeah,
the arrest,
okay.
the result, public serving, da da da.
Yep.
No, they don't say.
They don't say.
So I'm just wanting to point all this time we've taken.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out that it's just a tad odd that he, this is the Olbermann.
Yep, the old Burman.
This is Olbermann himself. Like he's the gun aficionado. Remember when he shot the gun and
And scared himself.
scared himself?
Caused himself to have PTSD forever.
Peed a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. He would have said AR-16 if it was an AR-16.
AR-16?
Yeah. Period.
16.
AR-15.
Thank you.
37.
26.
Height.
Hike. Yes, he would have said AR-16. You're
I
right.
saw 16 right here.
You
Hydroflax slug is possible 16 pink Hello Kitty hunting rifles. I saw 16 here, and my brain was trying to say AR-15.
Right, but it didn't make it. But you're right. He would have said AR-16.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would have.
He would have said an AK-45.
These are so dangerous. It's an AR-12.
He would have said AK-45 and an AR-16. Yeah,
Hold on. No, hold on.
Are you there?
No, hold on.
You there yet?
I think there actually is. It's actually. I think it's an SK that's a 45.
Okay, but he would have said AK.
I know. He would have got it wrong. Whatever.
So think about the All-Star game. Think about the Denver weapons stash a block away, which was either an interrupted All-Star game mass shooting or an interrupted non-All-Star game mass shooting. And consider again the holy Second Amendment to the Constitution. And
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupted shooting.
Interrupted shooting who?
Silence. It's just silence because it's interrupted shooting.
You need to work on your.
I know, my delivery's terrible.
was-
I know.
ask yourself this question. Why doesn't the Second Amendment have the word own in it? Why does it not say the right to own guns or any synonym for own? Why does it just say a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed?
So, to keep something is to own it, sir. To keep is to own.
It is.
To have is to hold.
And especially back then,
To
when
keep.
you keep it. That means it's in
It's
your
your possession.
home. You need it. You use it.
Yeah.
Is he? You've said that this was apparently he uses an argument.
This argument that he's using right
Has
now
already been knocked
It's already
down.
been completely knocked down like thrice in the Supreme Court.
Okay, and he's
Still using it because he thinks that he's smarter than everybody else.
Keep and
it's the
bear,
glasses.
not own. Keep doesn't mean own. Bear doesn't mean own.
Okay, can you go ahead?
I'm step ahead of you.
Go ahead and let's make sure. Just keep to keep, define keep. Let's see to keep. To have or retain possession of.
Yep.
So if you retain possession of something, does that mean you own it?
You would.
Yeah.
So
what's do the whole synonyms.
the synonym thing?
The synonyms.
Oh, you want the synonym?
Yeah, that one.
Where's that at?
Just go up and synonym of.
Oh, cinnamon of.
Yeah, keep.
Retain, hold on to, keep for oneself. Retain possession of. Keep possession of.
Yep.
Retain is one's possession.
Yeah.
Keep hold of.
Yep.
I swear I said that twice.
Yeah.
Not part with, hold fast to, hold back, save, store up, save up, hoard, put by, put aside, lay aside, set aside, reserve, keep in reserve, lay down.
So own. So own.
Yeah. Yeah.
So own.
To own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet by the same kind of logic that made lots of us breathe sighs of relief because maybe nobody meant to shoot up the fans at the All-Star game, our nation has been covered neck high in this bullshit that the Second Amendment makes gun ownership not only legal but sacrosanct.
Wait.
Hold on. Gun ownership.
Sacrosanct? Really?
Yeah. Actually,
Really?
well, let's put it this way. It is a God-given right. So in essence, yes. Yes.
I mean, I get where you're going with it, but at the same time, my brain's like, let's just.
All right, hold on.
He's
let's
okay.
say-
Just so we're clear, while
Yeah.
you're doing all this,
Yep.
this is a video that was put on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm assuming he was using the Twitter thing or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, he was doing the
Okay,
whatevers.
the little video.
Uh-huh.
He's on a balcony,
Yep.
way up high,
Overlooking.
Central Park.
Yes. That's his house.
Okay,
His apartment.
you can't get much more removed, Olbermann. Like you can't.
Right.
You are so far above every. I think it's the thin air.
I really do.
When you get to those high altitudes,
It's really
at
high
his
up.
age,
Like the trees look really small from here.
it looks like grass.
I know, right?
It looks like
So
grass
just
is-
for anybody out there, because I know Dylan, I know you know what sacrosanct means.
Oh, don't talk down.
I know it, but for everybody out there,
Just for clarity's
Yeah.
sake, because again, words matter.
regarded as sacred or inviolable or
Why do you keep laughing? I don't like that.
okay. Basically, it's a right by God. It's a God-given right.
One might say God-given right.
Yeah, it's a God-given right. Sacrosanct. Yeah. That's actually what the Second Amendment is. Along with all the amendments, here's the God-given rights and responsibilities to you as an American citizen.
Huh. You don't say.
Especially those first 9. Specifically, those first 9 are like, these are the things the government can't take away from you.
It's important. You have to pay
You
attention.
should pay attention to this. This is stuff the government can't touch. Pay attention.
Wow.
And it's not saying that the Constitution gives it to us. The Constitution is literally like a signpost saying, "Go this way."
Yeah. And, well, I think the way he's using it though, sacrosanct, is actually from the angle of how Second Amendment people worship guns and it's their thing. It just like anybody who all of us, we've all experienced a level of freedom.
Right.
Okay. The ability to go where you want, to have what you want, to do what you want. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. But when somebody gets ready to take it away, it's you look at it look what they did with toilet paper.
Right.
Oh, we're not going to have toilet paper anymore.
Everybody freaked.
Everybody freaked and wanted to have it.
Toilet paper,
They
sugar,
fought
and milk.
over it.
Everybody was dying.
They fought over it.
Yeah.
The same thing is applying with guns. When you're talking about when anybody in government, when anybody anywhere says we're going to start looking into taking away and restricting your ability to have guns, people freak out and they go, "You're not going to do it." And so,
then they go buy guns.
And he's coming at it from a fact that because of that motivation is them worshiping the gun, not coming from the angle of, well, I believe I have the right to defend and save
Not just
myself.
I believe, but I have a constitutional right
And I have a
to
dream.
believe that this is there.
Yeah.
And that it says it directly.
Yeah.
And it does make it sacrosanct.
Yeah.
And it does make it into something that's God-given.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying he's using the right word. I just don't think he's using it the way.
No. Yeah, he's using it as like an accosting thing.
Yes.
And he's actually using the word that would mean the correct thing if he was on the other side of the argument.
Exactly. That's it. That's it.
It's like the pastor from the other week. It's like,
Yeah.
you're that. Yeah. So that, yeah.
103 times, the Constitution uses words like ownership, value, purchased, receipts, property, private property, but not once does it do so in the Second Amendment.
Okay. All right. So, yeah.
We want to know why?
Yeah. Maybe because all of those things were all pertaining to things of property ownership specifically, and this is pertaining to a right.
Yeah. Well, that and I would.
I would argue that language changes over time.
Well, it does. It does. And when it comes to the idea of the Second Amendment, the point of the Second Amendment was to allow Americans the ability to defend themselves against a tyrannical government.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
That's what it's there for.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we've gone through we've gone through the Declaration, we've gone through the First 10 Amendment, we've gone through all these things. It's understandable that Keith Olbermann, who literally lives in a lofty loft apartment,
Again, I'm telling you, it's a thin air
over top of Central Park, has no idea what any of this actually means because he's never read it ever.
Well, no. Obviously, he read it. He quoted the Second Amendment.
But I mean, he's never actually read like when I say read it, I don't mean
study it. Like the thing.
I mean actually going into it and studying it, actually looking at what happened in the past and why, actually diving into things.
Like that conversation about on the TikTok I showed you yesterday.
Yeah. Reading in between the lines.
Yeah, where people are don't pay attention and.
Right.
Oh, what?
I saved it. It's there.
Oh, that's not the one I meant.
Oh,
remember the one I was doing where the guy. And
that conversation. Yeah.
But again, the point of having it, and it was set up for a people that was dealing with a tyrannical government. That's what they escaped from in the first place.
Yeah.
That's why they left.
Yes.
And that's why they put it in there the way it was. Because
and then after that time, we didn't have to worry about the tyrannical government as much. So it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, here's things about ownership and things about personal property and things about this and things about that. They aren't anything past those first 10 really aren't things that are unalienable rights.
I don't think he knows what unalienable means.
Obviously, he kind of doesn't know what sacrosanct means because he used it the wrong way.
Poor guy.
Because the Second Amendment isn't about gun ownership, it's about regulation of state militias.
I'm sorry, what? Hold on.
I didn't see anything. I didn't read anything about the right to bear arms shall be infringed.
I was going to say, shall not be infringed does not say regulation.
It does say, for the militia, but it doesn't say state militia, because state militia is something completely different.
That's not where I'm hanging up, though.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and say it's for regulation when the thing clearly says shall not be infringed. That means there is no regulation. There is no limits.
Right.
Yet thousands of us die every year buried under this same bullshit.
I almost said something I shouldn't say.
The same bullshit that says if the 1,000 rounds of ammo in the Denver hotel room wasn't there to kill baseball fans, that somehow that's good news.
Well, they did get caught, so the good news is that it never happened.
And actually, that means that the
that
justice
was the
system
good news.
did what it was, or not the justice, but the police department did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, somebody reported it, and then they were caught.
Yes.
That was the good news.
And
everybody was relieved about the fact. Actually, it wasn't even a big story because it got caught before it became a big story.
News flash, Keith Olbermann. The world, you have an expiration date. And you don't know how you're going to die. And it sucks. Life sucks. The world sucks. It's a dangerous, horrible place. People are falling.
Yep.
Get out of the clouds, dude. Seriously,
You're
come back
stuck
to
in it.
reality.
Come on back. You know that was a double entendre there too, right?
Yeah, I know.
Head in the clouds, because where he stays, he literally has.
I got it. I got it.
He never.
I was there. I helped you write it.
You did a
I was
good
there.
job. I mean, I'm just saying.
I know.
Good job. Well done, sir.
I'm telling you, I could make a living as a comedian. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that most people wouldn't have caught it because it was just a conversation. I'm making sure that you understand. I am trying to give you validation. I'm validating your experience.
Is that what you appreciate about me?
That's what I appreciate. I'm trying to validate your experience as a human being.
Oh, is that what?
That's what I hear people of your generation like that.
You got the wrong generation. My generation doesn't give a damn.
You don't care at all.
It's like, really? Cry a little bit more, please.
Cry me a river. And just saying.
Look at the generation he came from.
I know, right?
I'm just saying.
Oh, but yeah. These are some pretty good tweets, you guys.
I know. I'm sorry we got like bogged down in it and we didn't.
Literally,
it was a
2-minute and 17-second video.
It happens.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It happened. Well, I'm not exactly one for. I'm sure Jason Gouffre is going to have a ball with it.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have fun. You're going to check him out if you ain't doing that already.
Yes, Carrie, I am wearing my PJs. Yes. I have my pajama pants on. Darn right.
I didn't. I'm actually wearing shorts.
Who wears short shorts?
I don't wear short shorts. It has to be at least past
knee
the
length.
No, has to past my knee.
That way, when you sit down, it doesn't go too much further than the top of your knee.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you.
Hate.
I completely understand.
Ugh.
I know the feeling.
This is Defenders Live.
It's a very awkward night we have.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's awkward because we have a lot of video and audio.
It's just rare for us.
It is very rare for us.
I like it though.
It's okay. It's not bad.
I kind of like it better. I think
Having some audio to
than
bounce
reading the
off
story.
of.
Well, partly because of the fact that I'm not stumbling over reading
Somebody else's
stuff.
words,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the
People
poorly
can't type.
edited articles that we're reading.
Being
whatever.
unable to type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People Snarky Jackal over on Twitter has asked posed a rather. That's a good question. I think.
I think that deserves a poll.
And possibly.
Yeah, that deserves a poll, Peekaboo.
He asked, who is the bigger insufferable smug ass? Keith Olbermann. Keith. He's that bad. He doesn't even get the TH.
No.
Keith Olbermann or Don Lemon.
It deserves a poll. Make it a poll.
And it's a tough one to decide because both of them are, in my opinion, are equal for two different sides.
Yeah, they're they're different types
and equally disconnected
and completely insufferable.
Yeah. I'd rather have a root canal than listen to them talk. So
yeah,
and what I mean by root canal, I mean like laying in somebody's garage and somebody trying to dig into a tooth with a coat hanger. So I'm just saying. Huh?
Wait, what?
What?
Huh?
What are you?
I had to say knee. Damn, guys. I've never gone on the air and called you two awkward.
But
What?
oh, from the reading.
Oh.
It's funny.
Yeah.
That's because it was self-evident.
Yeah.
We
hold these truths to be self-evident.
That we're awkward and can't read English.
That's right. And that fits.
Yeah. Oblivion flickering over Twitter. Doberman was obviously disappointed that the tragedy was stopped. It would have been such good propaganda. That's, you know what?
Correct.
That's absolutely right. That's why he's mad. It had nothing to do, because he couldn't for a second be thankful that, hey, we dodged that bullet. No.
Nay.
It was, instead it was, oh, this was short up and it was going to happen. No, dude. Could it have been bad? Yes. But you know what? The same thing applies to if somebody, got into a car in a drunken rampage and started driving through town, mowing people over on sidewalks.
Right. It's the same thing.
You're going to turn around again and ban cars. Like you can't turn around. Again, I'm not trying to mitigate the
deaths that happen.
The deaths that occurred, because it is
Right.
tragic, regardless of how you slice it. I'm
Right.
there with you.
Mhm.
It's tragic. But at the same time, if you're going to apply it one way, you should apply it across the board. And,
Right.
and you obviously can't, because you're not going to turn around and tell everyone in the country you can't have cars anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're good. They won't even tell you to go screw yourself. They're just going to do. They'll be like, oh, did you hear what that jackass tried telling us to do? And go on.
What are you, a street preacher? Get out of here. Peekaboo the Snarky Jack all over on the Twitters as well. The AR-12 is 3 AR safer than the AR-15.
Yeah. And it's about $200 cheaper.
Just 2. Not
Just
3.
so we're clear.
2.
Yeah. But that's because inflation and gun prices.
Right. That's just normal. That's how this works.
Yeah. So but that's.
And I mean,
why.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine with it. It's safer. It's also cheaper.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, I mean,
what it is. So, speaking of insufferable dumbasses, the president has been out and about. And he had a thing or two to say.
He did?
Yeah.
Why?
And I think you just need to hear it. You just need to hear it. And we'll it's only 16 seconds.
So that means it'll only take 15 minutes to go through. Okay,
right, yeah.
Good.
It's no longer just about who gets to vote or making it easier for eligible voters to vote. It's about who gets to count the vote.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I
That's
did.
10 seconds in. Did you catch
Is he
that?
reading a prompter, or is he?
No, he's
reading
looking
it?
around.
Hold on, check the earlobe.
That's the flat edge.
Okay, that's
Not the right one. That's
Okay.
that's the fake. It's the fake. It's the fake. Hold on, I want to catch this again. Oh, look, one side is actually different than the other. Look,
Yeah.
weird. He's got a detached and an attached earlobe.
We're not going into that right now.
Anyway,
It's no longer just about who gets to vote
it's no longer
or
about who
making
gets to
it
vote.
easier for eligible voters to vote.
Nope.
It's about who gets to count the vote. Who gets to count whether or not your vote counted at all.
Yep.
It's about
Gee, I don't know if he could be any more clear. It has nothing to do with the vote. And I mean, granted, we've kind of said that,
Right.
too.
Yeah. But he's adding in the one specific thing that, people have made memes and jokes about with Joseph Stalin. It's not who counts the vote. It's not who votes that counts. It's who counts the votes. And that's it's actually very deep for him.
Yeah.
That's very revealing and understanding and relevant to today's society for him specifically. One of the biggest problems with our election last time was about who counted
Yeah.
and what they were doing.
And
Not about
whether-
how many, not about who voted, but who counted
Yep.
and what they were doing.
Because it was the ones who counted that were supposedly doing it inappropriately.
And doing all these weird, screwy things and bringing in all these weird, screwy things and doing all this other stupid shit.
And I know where he's trying to go with it.
Right.
It's the whole argument with the voting rights and all of that stuff.
Sure,
The,
yeah.
Do you need to have an ID and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that what he just said was very crystal clear.
Completely. It's very...
It's been the truth forever that nobody wanted to listen to. It's the fact of the matter is it doesn't matter what you vote. It's who's counting it.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
I don't know if that analogy fits here, but
I mean,
we'll let it ride for now.
you can't get wound up anymore.
No, that's true. It's one of those things, but the fact that he can say that and with a straight face after his election, which has been just littered with
all the
all kinds of
and
rumors and
problems and
goings on, the hearsays of hey, you're not being honest and you're adding stuff and you're cheating and
right.
It's a bit
it's a
little ironic. I would say.
Don't you think?
Just a tad.
A little too ironic.
I
Yeah, I really do think.
do too. And that's the bad part is we're in 2021. Technology should be at a point where there should be flawless as far as the countings, as far as the accuracy.
It should be simple, quick,
and it
easy.
is. But for some stupid reason, they won't go that route because then they can turn around and blame it. And that's why they do it. They keep it intentionally susceptible to stuff, so that way if it doesn't turn out the way they like it, they can turn around and go, oh, well, look, see, it's been tampered with. That's it. That's all it is. Nobody cares about actually being accountable. And that's sad.
Yeah. It's a bit problematic. Like Swedmus Prime over there on the Twitters at DOA show. So what you're saying is he said the quiet part out loud?
Yeah. He was supposed to use his indoor voice in that one.
Right. He was supposed to use the whisper on that one, so you couldn't quite hear him.
That was supposed to be his in-head voice.
He did not he let that one out.
He kind of let that one slip.
He voiced that opinion a little bit too fervently.
Shouldn't have done that.
But yeah, it's
because again, I understand.
It's kind of scary.
I understand what he's trying to imply.
Yeah.
But wrong.
And what else did it imply afterwards because of what has gone on in the past?
if it is
the immediate thought of what he said turned into, oh yeah, all the crappy election issues that happened over the past, since November.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If he had
all the indiscretions, all the weirdness, all the weird nastiness.
If all of that hadn't happened and he said that, I don't think it would have bothered anybody really.
No. If he'd have won fair and square, really, truly, honestly.
Or at least not so...
obviously, falsely.
Yeah. Like, if it would have been one of those, and it might have, could have, not having, 150,000 votes drop it within an hour's time span or some junk like that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Whoa. You all right?
Yeah, no, I was trying to swallow it and it got hung.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
And he's in whoozin'.
It's terrible when you get hung.
Well, I would never know. No idea.
So
the joys of being fat.
That's that I guess.
So
here. So yeah.
This story
is funny.
It's funny,
but also sad.
So. our dear friend, no, we're going to our dear friend Kenzie.
Yeah,
asking for a friend Jack Hole.
Mm-hmm.
Tried getting me with this today.
This one here.
Yep. And I'd already sent it to you. We'd already done it.
Oh, we'd already done it.
And I'd already read those stuff.
Yeah, you already.
I'm like, yeah. He tried getting me with it. And
like how he tried to get you going.
Yeah, he tried to poke the bear, as it were.
He tried to prod you in.
Yeah, and it didn't work because again, I'd already seen it, and I'm like, yeah. The only thing that and I'll explain that there is something that bothers me, but I'll dive into it.
We'll address that in a minute. Yeah,
after we get into the story.
Okay.
Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
There was a mural that has been reduced to rubble.
Yeah.
After it was reportedly struck by lightning on Tuesday, and painted bricks still litter the area as of this afternoon. Toledo Fire and Rescue responded to the scene at Summit and LaGrange Street. Mm-hmm. Where a large mural dedicated to George Floyd, who was obviously killed in Minneapolis,
Minnesota.
Yeah, and it collapsed. The mural is gone. It fell down.
You said this was in Toledo,
Ohio. Yeah.
And he's from where?
Minnesota. I know there's all kinds of stuff going up everywhere else. I have yet to hear of anything going up in Minnesota.
It's because they don't have any money to do it.
Because they should if they're defunding the police. Anyway. Oh, no, wait a minute. Isn't Minnesota the one that's outsourcing all of their police work?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. And that's why they can't afford it.
Exactly. Because it costs them 3 times as much now.
The piece was created by Toledo artist David Ross. Who's, Bob Ross's great-grandson or something?
Probably. I don't know. It's
a happy little bush. There's no...
No, there were no happy little bushes. But it was art.
There's no such thing as a mistake. Just
happy little...
A happy little bush. Mm-hmm. It was done about a year ago. He said the artwork stands as a memorial and reminder to never forget what happened the day of May 2020.
Bob Ross actually has a channel on Pluto.
I know.
Now
it's on everything.
All Bob Ross channel.
All Bob, all the time.
That's right.
It is. It's Roku's got it.
Little trees.
Roku's got it. Peacock's got one too.
Anyone that does
Pluto's
the streaming channel services now, they've got a Bob Ross channel.
It's great. It takes you back. You want to just watch him, and it's oddly therapeutic. Part of it's nostalgia.
It's the voice
Part of it's nostalgia.
and the voice.
Well, that's what I mean. Part
I
of it's
fall
nostalgia.
asleep.
I know.
I just fall asleep. I can't handle it.
Yeah. But it's
It's very relaxing.
It is.
That's all I'm saying.
A witness who saw the wall fall told the Toledo Fire Rescue Department
Good job.
they had seen a lightning bolt strike the building. The department later confirmed the strike to be the cause of the collapse, which I honestly, have never heard necessarily of a lightning strike knocking down a brick wall. But I'm not. It doesn't mean
There had to be something behind that brick wall.
and there might have been. I mean, who knows? It could have been. No cleanup effort is underway as of today. One of the things the city is looking at is whether the building needs to be demolished entirely following the lightning strike. Spokesperson for the city has said the building officials have determined that an emergency demolition of the building is not necessary at this time.
Right, because it didn't hit the structural integrity portion of the building.
Yeah, it just knocked the wall down.
Yeah, it knocked the wall down, so it's fine.
Yeah. So, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do, and
All the rest of it,
took it
yada,
down,
yada.
and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, lightning strikes. Yep.
Don't keep
I see
going.
it
I'm gonna see if there's anything else they say about it because I want to.
See,
Before I approach it,
it's a wall in front of another wall, and so there's the open, vast place. I wanted to where the scorch marks really are is just like right down this line here,
Yeah.
in the center. I really think that there was like
literally a rod,
I think that there was a rod right there,
like a support rod or something.
yeah, and then there was insulation behind it, and that's what blew it out.
That's possible. That's possible. Is there
But
a
it was where his face was.
Yeah, no, and we're gonna get today. Scroll down a little bit more. I want to see if that's the end. Yeah, that's the end.
Okay. Okay.
So, with that being said,
Yeah.
and being done, and we're not gonna care. They're talking about whether they're gonna
whatever,
put it up
whatever,
or
yeah,
not.
yeah.
All this
Yeah,
other
mhm.
extra crap with it. Yada yada.
Yep.
So, it come across involuntarily because I don't follow the man. But Donald Trump Jr. put a tweet out. I don't know if I still have access to
Oh
it or
yeah,
not.
yeah. It's there.
And basically, you sent it to me.
Because I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did.
Because I was like, look at this.
I want to
dummy.
read. Yeah, I want to read this verbatim because this is what irritates me.
Yeah.
And I saw the same thing too, and it rolled my eyes. This is from Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah.
Because Donald can't be on Twitter
Yeah,
anymore,
Donald
Jr.'s
can't be
doing
on
the
there.
work for him.
Yeah. Right.
This is from Donald Trump Jr. Quote: "It's almost like a higher power is telling us something. When was the last time you heard a brick building being destroyed by lightning? I'm a builder. I'm not sure I've ever heard of it." And this is in reference to this. There are a lot of people who have made the comment and the reference that that's what this is, that this was a sign from God.
God has now decreed that George Floyd murals are terrible and no good things.
Yep, that's it. God picked a mural
No.
on a brick wall in Toledo, Ohio, to say, yep, that's the one.
That's the one we got to destroy.
Is there almost a worship of George Floyd?
Yes.
To a certain groups of
Yes.
people? Absolutely there
Correct,
is.
there is.
That would fall under idolism and all this other stuff.
Yep.
Sure there is.
Right.
And I'm sure God is none the bit too happy.
Well, I mean, but he does forgive.
He does. I didn't say he didn't. I'm just saying
Right.
he's not happy.
Right. And if he did, if it is true, which I don't believe, but if it is true that God decided to smite the singular mural
In Toledo, Ohio.
and cause the face to explode
Yeah.
in Toledo, Ohio, but didn't do it to any of the other ones,
That was going there.
like the ones in New York and Jersey.
The statues and all of that stuff. My humble opinion.
none of those.
If you told me every single,
At the same time,
all of them were gone. Every statue, every picture, every mural, everything, anything dedicated to this man suddenly incinerated and just was destroyed.
blown up.
Then I'd go, yep, God's trying to tell you something.
Right.
At this point,
It was one. Now, if it systematically starts happening where random freaks of nature,
no, I'm still not going to buy that.
no, one at a time, it just go, and it just keeps on going.
Oh, well, but
Okay,
I mean,
all right.
but I'm saying it's not
All
going to be
right.
like this happens, and in a month or and a half or 2 months,
No.
something else
I'm
weird
talking about over the
happens.
next, over the course of the next few weeks.
No.
Even if that was the case, where it was just like one, and then another, and then another, so that it looked like nature was doing it.
Yeah, but then I'd be really suspect then. That's what I'm saying. It would have to be all at one time or damn near close together.
Really
Like
close,
in the same
in
day.
this week.
In the same day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mine have to be the same day to believe it was God.
But I mean, like if it wasn't okay.
I just said, but my point is we're
And he never does the same thing twice. So one would be a lightning strike, the other would be a tornado. One would be,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying it to sit here and then try to invoke and interpret the mind of God
over a mural being destroyed
over paint
on some bricks.
on a brick on a rock on
Yeah.
a wall.
that was in an old building.
I just as a point of reference for anybody, I believe that at this point in this day and age, the way that America is especially, but the world as a whole, where we're at now, I think God is a little bit more concerned about your heart and your relationship with him than he is about paint on a brick wall in Toledo, Ohio. My humble opinion.
If he was still out and about doing the smiting, then we'd all be in trouble.
Because
We'd have all been in trouble a long time ago.
I'm just saying,
Like, I probably wouldn't have been born. I'm just
probably
saying.
not. Well, but I was going to say, it just kind of dawned on me. So, okay, so why is it then that he would suddenly, oh, God is intervening on this whole thing with George Floyd? Okay, why George Floyd? Why didn't, if that is God,
Okay, so why George Floyd?
and maybe this is just me being borderline heretical and
Okay.
sacrilegious and
Sure,
everything
all right,
else.
yeah,
Okay.
mhm.
However,
Yep.
if it truly is God, or allegedly is God,
Allegedly.
then why didn't he do something about Hitler before it all went like it did? You know what I mean? Like all of this stuff. Why did it? All these different events that have happened. Why couldn't he intervene then? Why this one?
Right.
And that doesn't make sense to me. In my feeble, sinful human mind, George Floyd is kind of down on the list of give a dams.
He's
know what I
very
mean?
low.
I don't. I'm pretty sure God doesn't at this point. There's bigger fish to fry, one might say.
There is. I would agree.
And I just don't see it. And the fact is that they're turning around and you got people like Donald Trump Jr. and there's other people. I've heard there's been several other people trying to say, oh, God's trying to tell you to stop worshiping the man and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Shut up. Were you? Don't worry about whether or not someone else is worshiping an idol. Are you doing it? How are you handling it? How are you treating the people that are doing it? There's a laundry list of things that you have to be dealing with as a human being in that if you're going to play that card. Just saying.
The Knights of St. got it.
Uh-huh.
Guys, this is all very simple. Lightning is weather. Weather is climate. Climate is changing. Climate is racist.
Oh, that's genius. Actually, that would make very good sense because it's the white man who is the white rich elitist bastards who
Changed all the weather.
who are changing the weather because of the way they fly their private planes and they do all of this stuff and they
Yep.
the barons of industry and whatnot,
Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, so and that would make sense. So that means by definition that he was racially destroyed twice,
Yeah.
huh?
Once by weather,
Well, no, once by himself
and then once by weather.
and then once by weather.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I mean, it makes sense to me. How about you?
sure, we'll go
Sure.
with that.
Is that good? I mean, is
No,
that
I don't.
no?
It doesn't fly, but
It might
We
as
have-
well. I
we
mean, it's
don't
pretty
have time
close.
to
It's
keep-
pretty close to flight.
I
Pretty close to flight.
don't know. I just the problem with it is I think we as a people have a long way to go before we can start pointing at things and saying, "Oh, that's God trying to tell someone else something."
Yeah.
Because there's a cute little verse that says, you take the beam out of your own eye before you pull the splinter out of someone else's.
Yeah. You first.
Yeah. You handle your junk first, because if you can very easily point out somebody else's flaws, you better be able to do it just as quick for yourself.
You better be able to look at that man in the mirror.
I knew it. The moment.
I didn't do it though.
No, but I knew it. I was trying to avoid it. And
No,
you
it's
said
there.
It anyway.
I'm good. Yeah, I got to.
Now I'm gonna have to listen to Michael Jackson on the way home.
Jamona.
Daggone it. Anyway, so I'm just saying.
Oh gosh.
That's the only reason I wanted to bring that up. It's just in case you're one of those people, and I'm sorry if you feel like it is. It was not an act of God. It was an act of God, but it wasn't God trying to tell you anything. It wasn't God trying to tell anybody else anything.
Right.
Not even close.
Correct. Yeah. It's just.
Excuse me.
It was what it was. It happened.
It was a freak accident that just happened to be one of those right place, right times, or wrong place, wrong time. I don't know how you want to.
Wrong place, right time.
Wrong.
Right here, right now.
That I'll buy.
Okay.
But you can't, it wasn't God trying to tell everybody to stop worshiping the band. Like I said, they're much bigger. I think, okay. Do we need to go back to how China is acting to the Uyghurs? I think he'd be a little bit more worried about over there. Or forget that. Let's go to what's going on in Israel, because, Israel is his chosen people.
Yeah.
He would be a little bit more worried about what's going on there
Potentially.
than paint on a wall in Toledo. Shut up. Stop it. Just stop.
I mean, he might like watching paint dry, but still.
No, he because remember, for him, a day is like, or 1,000 years is like a day to him. So paint dries almost instantly.
But also,
It
takes forever.
takes forever because he is outside of time. You're welcome.
It could literally take forever, but it could literally take an instant.
Because who's paying attention to it?
Right.
Nobody.
I'm
not.
And that's why water boils when you look away. And it doesn't when you are.
That's true. It's all bubbly.
Sit there staring at it. It's got the bubbles at the bottom, but it doesn't actually start boiling.
Big Pharma Steve over on Twitter. I'm pretty sure Toledo has bigger problems than a mural, and I'm not talking about mud hens.
You're right.
Yeah?
You're very right.
Yeah.
Completely right. There are more things to worry about.
Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. God didn't smite Hitler because Hitler was great propaganda against Satan.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh, and Peekapoo put up the poll.
Yes, he did.
So we did the votings. So you should go vote too. Peekapoo the Snarky Jackal posted the poll. I think we retweeted.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. I didn't look.
There, I retweeted it, and the show retweeted it.
Okay, well, good.
There. Yeah.
I'll get to it later.
There it is. It's there. I mean, you can do it right now. You want to do it right now? You can do it right now. You want to
No,
do it?
my problem is I can't decide.
Oh.
I really
So,
can't.
So I was mean, and I voted one way, and then the show voted another way.
Because you're in the same boat I am. You just can't decide.
Yeah. So I voted twice
It's like,
for
daggone it, which
I
one
voted
is it?
twice for us.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
Because
In this way, voting twice counts.
it was two different entities.
That's right.
I mean,
It's the show and me. Separate.
it is. It's
Separate but equal.
I don't know, man.
That's
What is? So
What?
There's so many things I want to say with it, and part of it is we're running out of time, so there's no way to jump into all of it.
Yeah,
And at the same time, it's stuff that I've already said. It's just I'm beating a dead horse.
I know.
You know, the world is the world is going to hell quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I mean, the world is a vampire.
No, set to drain. I know.
Yes. It's with the secret destroyers.
Okay, you remember that scene in National Lampoon's Christmas where he greases up the bottom of that skid and he takes off? That's how fast the world's going to hell.
Really quick.
Real quick.
Real quick, son.
Like crazy quick. There's more important things to be worrying about than paint on a wall.
So you know what you should do? You should strap in, get ready, and get yourself a cup of American Pride Roasters coffee.
Well, where would I go for said cup of coffee? Because I need that extra jolt to help calm me down.
Well, yeah, you would go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com?
Yeah, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. mojo5o.com.
All one word.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would I find there?
Well, you would find an assortment of
I mean, obviously coffee.
historically great coffee.
Like, how good a coffee?
Like literally the best coffee you've ever put in your mouth, guaranteed to make you swallow every time you take a sip.
That's a hell of a guarantee. I like that idea. AmericanPrideRoasters.com?
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Okay, sounds good to me. Go to our website, doaeshow.com.
Oh yeah, you can sign up. Oh, don't forget, go to the Dear Defenders. We'd love to if you have advice that's needed for your life.
If you need advice,
if you need advice, we'd love to give it.
We would. Go to mojo5o.com. Those are the guys that let us hang out with them on their air. Check them out and all the great shows and hosts over there, mojo50.com. You can follow them also on the iHeartRadio under the Mojo50 Radio banner.
Yeah.
Follow us on all social medias at DOAE Show. Get your tweets in. We got a whole nother hour. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. That went a tad close.
Yeah, just a hair. It was a hair close. I mean, we did talk a little bit more.
Yeah, I know.
So that's my. I'll take it. I'll take the blame on that one. A little close, but
No, I mean, I did too.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, you're gonna run out of coffee if you don't get up and get some more.
I know. I think I'm at the bottom.
Yeah, you are. I can tell. Why? Because you keep on doing this like half glance in the cup. I can tell when you're almost at the coffee because you start doing this like, should I take a sip yet? Yeah, should I sip yet?
Ration it out.
Yeah. Should I sip yet or no? All right, I'll top off a little bit here. There we go.
I mean, I could take more.
Oh, no, you could have. I mean, I was just going to get... Oh, no, but I am a pig about it, because you could be a big pig, too. Oi! Okay. You guys are on the ball tonight. Hey, look at that. Conjoined twins share ghastly news after 28 years. Huh. From maternity week. I wonder what that's going to be. That's scary. Wisconsin Jackal, pick of the day. It's just... Okay. You guys are all over the place. And it's awesome. There we go. That's what I want to see. Yeah. Refit. Nothing. What'd you do?
That's not exactly appropriate for the radio. Breaker, no.
Breaker 19er.
Dirk.
I mean, Peekapoo's really bringing it hard today.
I see what you did there.
Like, he's bringing a hard game today.
I saw it.
It's you are on point, sir.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Very well done. And since we're not on air, it's a little meme that he put up. Two guys talking to each other. One guy wearing a face mask said, I turned my gun in to help fight gun violence. The other guy looking at him doesn't have a face mask.
Did you cut your junk off to
help fight rape?
The
guy with the face mask looks angry.
Well, of course he's angry. Because the logic is the same. Again, if
a gun is a gun is a gun.
If you just take and apply everything equally across the board, it's
the same thing.
You're going to find something that doesn't mesh, and you're going to be like, well, that's not fair. I don't like that. Well,
it is.
Then stop holding that standard.
Right. If that's your standard for guns, then you should also look at that standard for the things that, also matter.
That also matter. That's pretty damn good.
That does look good. Dinner.
It sounds pretty good.
Was that steak?
Steak,
potatoes, asparagus,
baked tater.
What is that? So baked potato,
asparagus,
steak, asparagus,
bacon wrapped jalapeno stuffer.
Yeah.
So it's got like the cream
stuffed
cheese
jalapeno. That looks really good.
That's
really good. What was that at?
That's my buddy. Him and his wife. I don't know who cooked it, but.
What is it? I don't know what that is. Where is that?
That's my brother's girlfriend.
Oh, I said, where is that? Not who is that?
I don't know where. They're at some fair or something.
I'll never get you. I'll never get you. I'll never get you. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I was 6 feet under.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Sweat of his prime over on the Twitters at DOA Show. A gun is a gun is a gun, but a cigar is just a cigar or something.
And a kiss is just a kiss.
And Sigmund Freud is intensifies.
Yeah, well, no, but a kiss is just a kiss. Yeah. And a sigh
Is just a sigh.
is just a sigh. So,
La sigh. So we've got more sound for you guys. We've got
do.
more sounds.
I think I'm really liking this.
This comes with like they have a buffer at the beginning.
We're not going to play this whole thing.
Right.
One, because I don't think YouTube and all of them
They wouldn't be very happy.
Yeah, it would be very well. No,
Even though technically we're using it as commentary and the whole deal.
that's not it. No, I don't give a damn about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I don't think they would be very happy if they had somebody live on air slitting their wrists. I don't think they would.
That would not be good.
No.
Yeah, so you don't want to listen to the whole thing because it would cause those sort of problems.
It would.
Yeah.
Actually, what would be fantastic?
All right.
So you remember, and you know enough of this. You might want. I'm going to stall while you do this.
Yeah.
Kill the sound for here.
Yep.
So we can do this.
Yep.
Hit the thing, and I'll tell you when to stop. Yeah, because
Okay.
when you get past all this,
Yeah.
not crazy far. Keep going.
This is where it starts singing.
Yeah, I know, but keep going.
We wouldn't.
All right, just back a little bit.
Oh,
Is it there?
there. Okay. Hold on. Up.
Yeah, it's that. We'll have to do something. I keep forgetting to do.
There you go. Right here.
I will start here.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is when I stop it, we'll have you move it a little bit further down the line.
Okay.
Amplifies. So I don't know if y'all have heard this.
You should have told me the time codes.
I didn't pay attention to time codes. I didn't even.
If that's what you want, because I was more than willing to play this one more time.
Dawned on me. Because the point. Anyway, so I don't know if y'all have heard this or not.
Right.
We may have a new jingle. No, I can't say that.
No, we
it's
don't.
not.
No, you can't even say that with a straight face.
I can't. This is by far probably the most disturbing things I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's
Even in context, it just doesn't sound right.
No, yeah, it doesn't sound quite right.
Go ahead and hit play.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
And you
But
just
you're just frightened.
Yeah.
You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked.
talking about gay people.
Gay people, yeah.
Funny, just this once, you're correct.
See, look at his face right there.
Yeah, that's
Now
creepy.
we don't have it on the screen. You
Yeah.
might need
Well,
to.
I could hear.
Put it on
this
the
is
screen
his,
real
This
quick.
is his face.
This is his face when he
His
says,
face when he says funny.
"We're gonna."
This once,
You're right.
correct.
Yeah. Look at just that face. Is like. There's something very maniacal behind
About that
and
face,
I understand the direction he's going, and what
Right,
he mean-
yeah,
but at
sure,
the same
yeah.
time,
It's supposed to be semi-sarcastic, but
it's still creepy.
Yep.
Keep going.
We'll convert your children.
I'm sorry, what?
I think he said he'll convert our children.
Convert our children
Yes,
to
the
what?
homosexuality, I guess.
Oh.
Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it.
That's what we've been talking about for like however many years.
Yeah.
It's that whole
Slippery slope.
This is literally he's explaining the slippery slope argument in a song.
Yeah. It's
Is that what's going on
now
here?
okay. Yes, but no.
But yes.
No. The point of this song is he's trying to say that it's not necessarily the lifestyle, it is the tolerance and being okay with the rights and all that jazz. That's what this song is supposed to be about.
That's not what it sounds like.
Oh, it gets better.
You can keep him from disco.
Hold on. Hold on.
What about disco?
Disco? Disco's been dead since the 70s, Chief. Like,
Unless you're from California and disco's still around.
is it?
Yeah, they still have discos.
I don't know. I've never.
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Okay. Well,
Make
it's
him
San
wear
Francisco.
pleated pants, we don't care. We'll convert your children. We'll make them tolerant and fair.
See? So it's
Okay.
all about
Tolerance and fairness.
Now
Yeah.
skip this part.
Okay, skip
I
this
want to
guy.
get to where the group is.
the
whole
thing.
The whole thing.
The
yeah,
people
past
as a whole, yeah.
Yes, which is ironic when you're talking about
The
this.
group of men as a whole.
The main part is this right here. Now you don't see it on. We didn't have it on the video.
I'll get it on the screen in a second. Hold on.
But again, you're talking about tolerance,
yeah.
and I get, as mentioned before, you're trying to be satirical. You're trying to be tongue in cheek and edgy.
Yeah.
You're not coming across as edgy,
No, actually, but you are coming across as something.
disturbing. And actually, this next part is what makes it the creepiest.
Let's see if we got the right place. Hold on. Let's see.
You hate. We're coming
Okay.
for them. We're coming for your children.
Stop that right there. Just up.
We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. We're coming for
This is. I don't think I need to stop it right now.
Well, then I'll do. Okay, we'll let this keep playing in the back. This is the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir.
That's correct.
So, literally on the screen, if you're not watching it on any of the video platforms, you're listening as a podcast or whatever down later on.
Right.
This is a giant screen of a bunch of different boxes.
And all of them are
men.
gay men.
Which, again, what you do
That
in your
one's
bedroom,
really creepy.
none of your business. It's none of my business.
Oh, my goodness.
But here's the deal. All these men are saying they're coming after your children. Again, I understand their message
Right. They
is
want
supposed to
tolerance
be they
and-
want the tolerance, they want the acceptance, which, by the way, more people are tolerant and accepting than you even remotely give credit for, you grumpies. But anyway,
I'm just gonna kind of look. Yeah.
you're gonna let that fade
I'm
and
gonna
go.
let that
Yeah, we're
fade
done.
now.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
okay.
Yeah, because I'm good. I got the point I
done,
wanted to get out.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Is
They're coming for your children.
they're coming for your children. And again, I understand what you're trying to say, but whether you have literally nothing but men saying we're coming for your children,
Sounds more like NAMBLA.
that's yeah.
Instead of the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir, it sounds like NAMBLA.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but that's wrong.
Yeah, that's
It's wrong.
I don't hear.
And with the fact, and then you also add the fact that there are a lot of relationships in the gay community, where, especially in like these areas, where it is a grooming situation, where it's an older male grooming a young man.
yeah,
Sometimes not so legal young man.
Keep going. I got.
And that's that. Well, the kind of that idea is just homosexuality, and I'm not saying all of it. I'm just saying that there are people in the homosexual community, just like there are people in the like the straight community, I guess, that are
Okay.
pedophile. And that color was on the thing.
That's what I was letting you finish. I was
Yeah.
gonna throw that up there.
So there's a pedophile
What we did,
flag.
there is a pedophile flag. What we did, we skipped through.
No. It was on the screen. They saw it.
Okay. I didn't know, but if anybody was paying attention.
Yeah, if you weren't paying attention to
it
the
goes
colors.
through the colors. It has the gay pride parade, the whole rainbow thing.
Yeah.
It does the transgender flag thing.
Right.
It does all of that stuff. And then it throws up, as it's going through there, it has the pedophile flag.
Yeah, which is not okay. That's not okay. Like, I don't care. Look, I don't care what you and another consenting adult do in your bedroom.
No, but most
Nobody
people
cares.
I'm going to argue 95. Can we say
Okay, because
comfortably?
some people do care. That's why it's a political problem.
Okay,
Some people
so we
do
say what, 95 to 98%?
Yeah.
People don't give a flying fig what you do in your bedroom.
It's your bedroom. Do it.
We actually don't even
Just
care
don't
what you
talk
do in
about
your
it.
house.
Don't talk about it. I don't care.
It's again, it's just as irritating if I start constantly pushing for, something that I have in my fridge. I've got buttermilk in my fridge.
Yeah.
Let's have a parade. No, you have to
it's just
give
buttermilk.
me special treatment because I've got buttermilk in my fridge.
But it's just buttermilk.
That doesn't matter. Do you have buttermilk in your fridge?
No, I don't.
That's
because
why I'm
buttermilk
better
is
than
disgusting.
you. It doesn't. Not the point, sir. It's in my fridge, and I am special.
Buttermilk is good for one thing:
What's that?
making biscuits.
Or you pour it in on sweet tea. Crumble in some cornbread.
You disgusting man. You terrible, disgusting man.
No, which is ironic because I don't drink eggnog.
Right.
Go
But
figure.
you'll drink
I just said I drink it
spoiled
straight-
milk and sweet tea.
It's a balance thing. Anyway,
Balance my
shut up. Anyway, my point is, you can't. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you do in your room. Nobody cares. Now, could we argue that there was at least a point where if two people who did decide to union and become married, or however you want to, we're not going into that argument tonight. But, two people who decide and dedicate themselves to spend the rest of their life together.
Yeah.
If they happen to be of the same sex, was there a point where, the other spouse or the other partner or whatever had difficulties being able to handle business as the spouse or whatever should be able to do? Absolutely.
Okay.
And I think we could all agree that if that's what you want to do and you have that ability, you knock yourself out.
That's your own thing.
You
Whatever.
should be able to do it. Okay?
Yep.
But to turn around and sit here and keep assuming and pushing and saying, well, you're not tolerant of us. You're not tolerant of us. No, we're very tolerant.
If we weren't tolerant of you, you would have been dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we weren't tolerant, this would be like
this
Iraq.
would have been this
the
would have
Middle
been
East.
like a Muslim country. If we weren't tolerant of you,
You'd be thrown off a building.
and you would have to be in hiding. You wouldn't be allowed to make songs on YouTube with an entire choir of 55 men saying, "We're coming for your children."
Yeah. I wish that they would kind of just stop. I get it. I don't care what you do. I don't care what crazy things you do. I'm going to put it like this. I care as much about people being, say, homosexual in their bedroom as I do on the off chance of finding out that people are into stuff like BDSM and things like that.
It's the same line for
It's
you.
the same thing for me.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not there. I'm not participating. Do not care. My life does not change at all
from you doing that.
It never has. And
Never will.
And it really doesn't change anyone else's life either.
Nope, just changes that person's life.
And that's on you. That is for you to deal with.
Yep.
If you feel like there's a problem, if you feel like there's something isn't right, if you feel like all of that is, then maybe what you need to do is kind of come to terms with it and work that out yourself. Don't dump that crap on the rest of us and turn around and make it out to be our problem and our fault.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
If you, as a person of whatever sexual deviation that you are, feel like you are oppressed because of it,
Yeah.
then it's your problem.
Yeah, that's for you to come to terms and figure out why do you feel
why
that
do
way.
you feel oppressed?
And is it legit?
And-
If it's a
and-
legit thing, then okay.
Do you have viable proof to
Yes.
say, look, this is the oppression?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We'll fix that.
Because I'm going to tell you now again, and I feel like we're beating
But
a dead horse.
telling somebody that you're oppressing me by not going to and not allowing children to see BDSM happening and men whipping other men in a parade,
Yeah, that's not where that belongs.
that's not where that belongs. That belongs in the bedroom and needs to stay there. It doesn't belong on the open streets.
I am of the type. Do you like Twizzlers?
So yeah.
I can't stand them.
Okay. I'm also okay with licorice though.
That's what that was my next one. Licorice.
Yeah, I can do the black
I
licorice. too.
can't. To me, it is the most vile thing that ever's tried to be passed as candy.
But do you drink Jaeger?
Yeah, but I'm usually drunk by that point.
Yeah,
so-
but do you drink Jaeger?
I used to.
It tastes exactly like it.
Not to me.
It is.
But I'm telling you, eating a piece of black licorice
Right.
and drinking Jaeger.
Yeah.
And honestly, actually, most of my Jaeger's mixed. I'll be honest
That's
with you.
why.
It's mixed with like Aftershock or it's some kind of, Fireball or some kind of red hot thingy like that. That's it's usually I don't drink it straight. No, I'll give you that.
Okay.
But my point is like I don't do liquor. To me, anybody who can is an abomination. I can't.
So I'm an abomination to you at
yes.
this point. Yeah.
It's same thing when it comes to the whole pineapple on pizza thing.
Right.
It's that same thing.
Like Mike and Ike's. You can't do Mike and Ike's.
No.
Because it's just like straight black licorice covered in candy shelling.
Yeah. And I'm not a big fan of candy really as it is anyway. But
yeah, but I'm just saying. You wouldn't do the Mike and Ike's.
Nope.
And that's because of that.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But just because you do, okay, cool.
Whatever.
Yay. You.
I need you to celebrate the fact that I can enjoy Mike and Ike's.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly how stupid this is. So you eat black licorice and Mike and Ike's, and I don't.
They're pink and white, and I need you to fly this pink and white flag.
No.
And dedicate yourself to proving that you're okay with me having Mike and Ike's.
I know. Again, it's just as dumb as the, Hawaiian, pineapple on a pizza. It's all of it. Stop sticking your nose in other people's stuff. Stop worrying about what goes on in someone else's room. If you feel
right,
and again, have evidence. If it's legit and it's real, then okay, cool. Just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't mean you're oppressed.
Look, if they make you feel if they make you feel like a natural woman, and you're not, that's fine.
Call Shania Twain.
Don't call me.
That's just. But that's the point. People just want to be left alone.
I throw hands. Sorry.
Wow.
I could. Well,
Wow.
Call Jesus.
I know.
Not me.
Because I throw hands.
That's right. Swedimus Prime over there on Twitter is asking a very important question at DOA show. After the fruit thing, I'm guessing he means durian. At Dylan Lyles draws the line at check notes. Black licorice?
Yeah, I know. I've tried black licorice and I know it tastes like.
He already knows.
Dog poo.
He already knows. He would eat it on live on air.
No, I would not.
Yes, you would.
I would. No.
Just to make somebody else eat it, you would.
I would no, not to make anybody else eat it. I would. No.
Come on.
No.
A tech room, Mike and Ike's are Satan's snack food. You know what I mean?
Be from the SAV. I could eat licorice, but it tastes like anus. Or is it
anise?
Anise. You were right the first time. It tastes like anus.
I think I need to get the doc's Uranus.
Oh, don't please, because I'm really afraid.
And then, well, that's the thing. I'd have to get it for you to drink.
No, because I'm at a point right now where
you don't trust what I make. You don't trust what I bring in.
No, I don't. That
the coffee's the one thing that you trust here.
It's the only thing I'm trusting right now, and I don't need that. That trust does not need to be violated. I need. Give me my one thing. My woogie. It's my woogie.
This is the teddy bear. You just need cuddles.
It's my blanket. I'm Linus. This is it. Don't take that from me. It's all I've got. I just
well, and the funny thing is okay. All right, so you got that right. You had the whole men's choir coming for your kids. Well. There's a what?
Big Pharma Steve on our Twitter. Clearly, the new motto is as follows: "Come and see the violence inherent in the system. Help! I'm being repressed." From Monty Python, Holy Grail.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. So,
I love it.
While the homotypesexuals are being repressed all over the world, obviously,
but they're not. All around the world, yes. Here in America,
in America specifically.
No.
Yeah.
They're making up apparently for everyone else.
Well, there's a large litany of Amazon workers. That are
gay? Is that where we're headed?
No,
that was a weird segue.
No, they're increasingly upset over an online company's act, over Amazon's act to sell a book.
Hold on. So Amazon workers are pissed off about a book
that Amazon's selling.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
About the quilt bag values.
Okay. I'm still waiting. I feel like the shoe is going to drop.
Right. NBC News reported that at least 2 Amazon employees have recently quit in order to push against Amazon's selling of the book Irreversible Damage. The Transgender Craze Seducing Our Daughters, written by Abigail Schreier.
I'm going to get this book just because now. So hold on. So a whopping
2.
A massive,
Large mounts.
a whole 2.
Yeah, the resignation comes after the complaint posted by the company's internal message board in April drew the support of 467 corporate employees. According to a copy obtained by the NBC News, as of last year, the company employed 1.3 million people worldwide and is the second largest employer in the U.S.
Okay, so
out of 1.3 million people. Yeah.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah, I'm going to break it down here. Hold on.
1.3 million people working worldwide.
That's correct. 467 of those who worked in the corporate section, not
all
even the
wrote a
warehouse.
letter.
No, all signed a petition.
Signed a complaint.
Yep. On a message board.
That basically said these 2 people are going to quit if you.
No. They signed a petition saying that they were very upset about this book being sold. And out of those 467 people, out of the 1.3 million people that work there,
2 walked away.
2 walked out.
Okay, on the one hand, as dumb as I think that is, I give you those 2 people.
I give you props.
I give you credit. You
stood with your word.
Your values. You've stood with your stuff.
Doesn't matter what your values are. You stood against,
whether I agree with them or not is not the point.
Right.
You have your line. You have your values. You have your standards, and you stuck with them to the end, regardless of the cost. I commend you.
There you go.
I do.
Well done.
That's a fantastic. It's something you don't see a lot every day.
Right. Most people, they give up after a while.
Yeah. Just ask the people who change themselves to trees.
Right. They give up after they get hungry.
I'm hungry. So again, and I mean this in a truly sincere way. I thank you. That this shows that there are people out there on all sides who have at least still some value and willing to follow it to the end. I commend you for it. I hope that you bounce back on your feet, and I hope that everything is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Having said that,
right.
I don't think, my humble opinion, and again, I'm not a numbers guy. We probably should have got a hold of Andrew Coppins for these numbers.
Maybe.
But my guess is that out of 1.3 million people worldwide, you 2 are not even going to be thought of. Yeah. Other than in this article and making it this way.
Yep.
Had it not been there, no one would have known.
So the book is currently being sold under the category of LGBTQ plus demographic studies on the Kindle edition for soft cover, hardcover, and all the rest of it.
I wonder if there's an audiobook.
The book is currently listed as first, second, and third bestsellers for those things.
How the hell do you get first, second, and third?
First in hardcover, second in softcover, third in Kindle.
Oh, wow.
First, second, and third bestseller currently on the market for Amazon.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good on them then.
After the complaint was previously put up through Amazon's internal resources, the company went through a process to determine if it would keep the book. As reported in Seattle Times in May, on April 23rd, Amazon's director of book content risk and quality posted on an internal message board that Amazon would not stop selling the book.
Good on Amazon. What was the name of it again, real quick? I want to look at something.
Oh, sorry. It is.
We had it.
It is irreversible damage.
It's probably not going to be an audio.
Damage. There it is. It is.
I'll be damned.
Right there, Abigail Schreier.
And I have 4 credits.
And you got 4 credits. There you go. Is it also read by her or no? Read by somebody else.
Pamela Almond. And not like the
not almond, Amand.
Almond. Yeah, almond. Almond. What I said.
Almond.
Yeah, I'm getting this. I got 4 credits to burn.
Do it.
I'm going to support this person.
Yeah, get it done.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna sample it just to make sure I like that voice. But anyway.
Adam W. Johnson over there on Twitter saw the first time I heard Shania Twain singing Man, I Feel Like Woman, I sent her a note that said, me too. Want to share one? The restraining order is still in effect. Peekapoo adding in the...
There you go.
There it is.
See, you guys are good.
Lovely. Lovely people. Yes, Big Pharma Steve. Yes.
It's fantastic.
Also, Knights Husseini. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I would like to know what level these employees were. Were they in the corporate side?
No, they were on corporate, yeah, supposedly.
So they weren't like on the floor handling.
No. They
stuff.
were on corporate.
Okay.
They were flying a desk.
No, I mean, but to be corporate in Amazon, you got to be getting paid a pretty penny.
A little bit, anyway.
And so, like I said, to walk away from that,
you walked away
over your principles is commendable. Like,
good job.
I
unlike
salute
the other
you.
400 and whatever,
460, yeah, whatever that was.
You did great.
Yeah, y'all are the true people, and I bet you.
I would actually have a conversation with.
I
those
was
people.
getting ready to say the same thing. I bet you could actually have a conversation with them.
And they may be a little hysterical.
It might be a little weird at first because you have to get past that barrier. Because when you have such diametrically opposed opinions,
you got to find the common ground somewhere.
Yeah, you have to kind of wedge it because everybody walks into it with the defenses up.
Sides,
with the defenses up, and you can't help it, and it's really hard to. Well, should I trust him? Because the moment I trust him, I'm going to walk into something.
Right.
You have to be willing to hear the other person.
They're going to lead me astray.
Well, and that's the other thing too. If you're not going to have a conversation with the idea of possibly learning something one way or another,
then there's no reason to talk.
You shouldn't be having a conversation,
right?
Because you're not going to change.
If you come into the conversation trying to make sure that you convince the other person and not just trying to learn about them, then you're wrong.
Yep.
Then you're wrong, and that's it.
I agree.
But that's why, conversations over social media are terrible.
Yeah, no context, no.
And it's all just get you.
I'm gonna get you.
Get you, miss you.
Tra la 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 la.
How are you?
This is Defenders Live.
You guys.
If you're not engaging on Twitter or
social
media,
media,
social medias with us I'm telling you,
you're missing out. You really are
missing it.
Oh, if you're not watching the social medias like we are, it's amazing. Sweatimus Prime on the Twitters. It might be a little weird, but it's only kinky the first time. And there goes my wife.
Yep.
You got the wife. Good job.
Yep. I mean, it's true. After that, it's a habit.
Yeah. The first cut is the deepest.
Anyway. So, adding weight to the theory that extended virus-related unemployment benefits have directly contributed to a labor shortage.
I see what you did there on adding weight. That's good. That's
A survey published this week found that almost 2 million workers turned down job offers during the pandemic in favor of collecting unemployment.
No, it's not a brag, but I've technically never been unemployed since I started working.
That's good.
Technically, I've never been on unemployment, obviously. But
Yeah.
I've had a time, like I had a spell of like 2 weeks where I didn't have a job.
Yeah, but it was one going into another. It wasn't you had to be on unemployment for an extended period of time. And
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I haven't had that.
No.
You've had a little experience with
I've had it like twice in my life.
A smidge, yeah, right.
Twice in my life I had it.
Can I ask you, I know North Carolina rules are different than all the rest of the states.
To a point.
Every one of them's a little different.
Now, bear in mind, a lot of the unemployment currently is being regulated by the federal government.
Right, because they're giving additional benefits.
There you go.
So, can you tell me, if you turn down a job, if you blatantly turn down a job that offered a position to you, do you keep unemployment?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I'm going to
because I had the direct assumption, or at least the understanding, that you had to be searching for jobs. You had to be like they have to keep track of all your searches and all the rest of it. Like they have to see that you've applied for X amount of jobs and all the rest of it. And if you do get interviews, that what interviews you get and all of that. And
I'm trying to find. I had seen it earlier, and I had it pulled up, and I accidentally closed it.
Yeah, that's okay.
There's so, and just off the top of my head, while I try to look at this up.
Yeah. So
that's
you
the
do know a
guidelines.
little bit about this, right?
I do. At least in the state of North Carolina, you
Yeah.
have to actively search for a job.
Yes.
Now, granted, they don't make you like turn them in before you get the check.
Mm-hmm.
What they end up doing is you search it, and you may be subject to audit. And
Maybe.
that audit, you would have to be able to show that, hey, I looked for a job, and it has to be specific. You can't search. You can't apply for the same job twice in a week. First off, there's only 3 of them. You don't have to look for 3 jobs in a week. It can't be the same job.
Right.
What was the other part? And you have to write down who the company was, what the title of the job was you're applying for, the date, how you applied for it. Was it online? Did you go inside? If you did it online, you have to have like a confirmation number or some kind of like proof. Like one of them I did today.
Yeah.
Was for a data center in RTP.
Yeah.
And they didn't have because it was through their website directly. They didn't have like a job number. So I took a screenshot of the thing saying you applied and blah, blah, blah. And it has a timestamp for everything else.
Right.
So I'm hoping that flies.
It probably should.
It should. I don't know why.
It's like I did apply here.
Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But, it is. But the thing is you have to log all that stuff down. And if you are subject to the audit, then that's what happens.
Right, yeah.
They turn around and say, hey, no, I need to, because it'll give me, it won't do it that way either.
No. You don't have it
Anyway.
right now, because you never logged in on that computer.
It doesn't matter. I have everything slide up anyway. But my point is there is a line of stuff that you have to maintain and do
Yes.
in order to have your unemployment benefits.
Correct. I'm there with you at this point.
Now, one of the things, and I'm desperately trying to find it, and I'll get logged in here in a minute before it gets
Too wonky here.
too gone and too wonky.
Yeah.
But there is a little thing that they have, a little kind of disclaimer.
A little disclaimer.
Yeah, I have to look at that too.
Look 10. And then once again, this is North Carolina.
This is
so,
North Carolina.
we're North
Different
Carolina.
states
whatever.
may do different things, but I'm assuming, and I'm under the impression that because, again, the federal government is kind of dictating this, it should be across the board.
Should be a little bit closer to it.
But there's actually requirements that actually says, and again, forgive me, I'm trying to pull them up.
Yeah.
I actually say that you can't turn down, like, okay, perfect example. I was laid off.
Yes.
Okay.
Technically.
Now, this is not secret to anybody. I'm never going to go back.
Right.
Screw that.
To that company.
The way it was done, the way it was treated, the things that in the end.
Yeah. How everything was ran. Yeah.
Hell no.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, according to the state, according to the rules,
Yeah.
if I turn it down,
You then no longer
I
can
don't get
apply.
benefits.
Yeah, you can.
I
no
lose
longer,
my benefits.
Because if they say, well, we offered him his job back,
Yep.
and because technically your unemployment goes against their stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And damn it, I could always find it before, and now I can't find the daggone thing. Basically, what that they said is you cannot turn down a
viable job.
it has to be like a job, a reasonable job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could see people going in and botching their unemployment,
Right. Okay.
just so that way they can, keep things for a while. But to my understanding of the situation, again, this is just here, you can't just blatantly turn it down.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You have to actually go through the whole thing, and if it's there, it's there, which means you don't apply for something that you can't be interested in.
That makes
just,
sense. Yeah.
You don't just, and I think that's what it was. Is they
don't
just
apply
people
for things that just don't apply just to apply, because if you apply for things
to just apply, then
and then you get the job, well, it sucks to be you.
yeah, and that's sad, but it's true. We tried another way here because I really want to read you what the terminology is, because it's fascinating.
Yeah.
You keep reading, and I'm going to pull up the rules and stuff.
Okay,
for
all
here.
right, yeah, you do that. So the Morning Consult reported on Wednesday that an estimated $1.8 million Americans, not dollar, but 1.8 million Americans rejected job offers over the past year due to specifically to the generosity of the federal and state unemployment benefits, which ranged from $300 to $900 a week over the course of the pandemic.
That's incredible.
The results were based on a survey conducted June 22nd through the 25th of representative sample of 5,000 U.S. adults.
Yep.
Who are actively collecting unemployment. Unemployment benefits contributed more than 1 in 10 unemployment insurance recipients rejecting a job offer.
Yep.
Now, once again, I need to point out one thing in particular.
Mm-hmm.
This was done by survey.
Okay.
And the survey had a sample size of 5,000 people.
Okay.
They then took that 5,000 people and said, over however many people are currently collecting unemployment, 1 in 10. So think about that.
Okay.
Now think about this.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that one person out of every 10 in that 5,000.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 500 people out of the 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Generally.
Mm-hmm.
And they're extrapolating that number.
Okay.
And applying it to the current number of people that are unemployed. So they're estimating that 1.8 million. That means there's 18 million people collecting unemployment.
Yeah, I seen the thing allegedly.
Allegedly.
In North Carolina, at least it said, according to one of the websites I saw today, that it was like the unemployment rate's only at like 4.8% or some crap.
That is bullshit.
And there's no way. So the point of this story was saying, hey, people are turning down jobs for, to keep the unemployment because unemployment is paying them higher.
More money, yeah.
Okay.
They're making more money sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah. So and this is on the North Carolina.
This is in North Carolina
Commerce website.
Again,
this is literally the website you go into to file your certifications and stuff to be able to get
all the rest of it.
Unemployment to get your check and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, I can make more money collecting unemployment benefits than I can returning to work. Can I refuse an offer to return to work because I will earn less and remain eligible for benefits? Okay, that was the question, the frequently asked question, whatever. And again, this is North Carolina, but I assume that since the government's running everything, the answer they put is no. Choosing not to return to work solely on the basis that you will earn less than you can collect in unemployment benefits is not considered good cause when your employer has offered you your former employment back or other suitable employment.
Yeah.
If you refuse to return to work solely on this basis, you will be ineligible to receive benefits. Period.
End of story.
End of story.
Done.
And they go through the whole thing a little bit earlier because a lot of the extensions, a lot of what the benefits are, they're putting it all under COVID.
Right.
And
it's all based on that.
And they'll say, that when you return to work, you should stop filing, blah, blah, blah. Refusing to return to work when your employer calls you back typically makes you ineligible to receive unemployment benefits. They will consider you that you have a good cause to refuse to return to work and may continue to receive benefits if you refuse due to one of these COVID-related reasons.
Yep.
And it says if you've had COVID or experienced the symptoms and have been advised by a medical professional not to go to work. Again, that's a temporary bit, though.
Right.
A member of your household has been diagnosed. If you're a high risk or severe for COVID, have all these other weird issues that don't seem to be, or if you're over 65,
right.
You're the primary caregiver of a child or a person in your household who is unable to attend school or another facility that is closed as a direct result of COVID. You're unable to reach your place of employment because of a quarantine imposed by a direct result of COVID being at the job,
et cetera, et cetera.
In order to comply with any governmental order regarding travel, business, operation. Basically, if you can't get there because the government blocks you. And the last one is number 7. You reasonably believe that there's a valid degree of risk to your health and safety due to the significant risk of exposure to infection of COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's it.
That's it.
That's really the only reasons why. And then again, I keep saying this is North Carolina, but they're getting a boatload of money. All of this is set up and the extensions and all this other crap is done because of COVID.
Yeah.
That's where it's coming from. And because the federal government is giving it to it because of COVID, then they're calling the shots. Biden mentioned all this crap back before, saying that they're going to just turn around and change everything now and blah, blah, blah. Remember? Because,
Yep.
we got to hurry up and get people back to work because inflation's happening too fast.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Because the inflation, by the way, is going to happen.
It is.
Doesn't matter. It is going to happen.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't want to hate it want to happen now, and especially under his watch because
it's going to happen. It doesn't matter.
It'd be bad.
It's going to happen. Inflation is already happening.
Oh, it is.
It's going to happen.
Just not people aren't paying attention to it. But yeah, so again, at least according to North Carolina, and I would assume that most other states should be fairly close to the same thing, you really can't turn down a job.
In North Carolina.
Yeah, a reasonable job. Right. Now, I did have an interview with a place, though I could argue that it was not suitable. Part of it was the hours they were calling for didn't suit me.
And the travel.
The original ad.
That goes against the COVID regulations. You can't travel like that.
Well, what I applied for and what they said the job was were two different things.
Right. You applied for a certain job. They said, no, that's not what it is. We're doing this.
Yeah. Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter in Nebraska, they do random checks. I've been called and asked why I didn't hire somebody and told them I offered them a position and they turned it down because it wasn't the money they wanted. And I've never understood this because $0 an hour is a lot less than minimum wage.
Very true.
No, it's true.
Very true.
I had this conversation with me from the SAV when I was down in Savannah last time, and we had this exact same conversation talking about this stuff. He was telling us about all kinds of junk.
Yeah,
the frustrations of trying to hire people to work. They're okay. Restaurants. Okay.
Yeah.
Restaurants.
Great place to make a lot of cash fast.
Well, I could never do it, but I digress.
Right, for some people.
They're having sign-on bonuses.
They have to because
for all levels. That's what I'm saying. When have you ever heard of a restaurant paying a bonus, a sign-on bonus to go work for them?
Yeah, hey, we'll give you $500 to just be here.
Just come in here and do this.
We need people to work. Yeah. Please come in and work.
That's how bad it is the people just don't want to go back.
Yeah, right.
And it's incredible, man. Hydro Flask Slug over here, a valid fear of catching COVID. Hell, no one should have shown up to work at the grocery store. And that's true, and probably a lot of people didn't. But right. I know at least in North Carolina, you have to be fired or laid off in order to be eligible. Or is it fired and laid off, or laid off and I think it's fired and or you have to be either fired or laid off
to be eligible for unemployment. You cannot quit.
You cannot quit. If you quit, you're ineligible.
You're right. If you quit, you're ineligible. So you have to be fired or you have to be let go.
Yeah.
Or laid off or whatever you want to call it. You know, all of those
furloughed
things. Furloughed, which isn't actually a thing.
It's not a thing. So certain companies and jobs it is, but not in ours. So
I just want to see something. Hold on. Populace here, working age populace in the USA.
Okay.
Demographics, working age populace here. I'm really concerned about these numbers because they're not.
You're kind of hung on those things.
They're not
jiving.
Yeah. They don't seem to work. Anywhere.
Okay.
What is it? This is not right.
No.
Hold on. That's not what we're doing here. In the USA.
Yeah, there you go.
Born in the USA.
Don't you dare shut up. You're going to wash your mouth out with soap singing that song.
I did it just for you. You're right. You're right, I am. That's okay. All right.
The working age apparently is between the ages of 15 and 64.
Yeah. So there is currently, supposedly,
allegedly,
there is roughly a 205 million? No, is that million? Yeah, million. It's roughly 205 million people is what they're saying.
That can't be right.
That's what they're saying. 205 million Americans.
Right there.
Yeah, roughly 205 million Americans. Roughly.
Okay.
And if they're saying out of that 205, that 1 in 10, that 1 in 10 of the current people that are unemployed turned down job offers, and that turned out to be roughly 2 million.
So that's what, 25 million.
So that's 20 million.
Oh yeah, 20 million.
20 million are on unemployment. So if you just take that number, that's 10%, not the current 5.8% that they keep claiming. Unemployment is currently, if we just take that number, and that's just the number of people claiming unemployment, not the total unemployed, but the current number of people on unemployment that are within the age of 15 to 64.
Yeah.
And and by the way, 15, no,
nobody's working at 15.
No, I would really start that working age should start at technically 18 for these numbers.
You know what I appreciate, speaking of the young age thing. So, and I don't know if you paid attention anytime you ever come to the house, but there's an old hardware store, Mitchell's Home Hardware Store.
Yeah, okay.
Used to be an old grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay. On the front door, they're hiring.
Yeah.
And they're strictly looking for young
kids.
And it says on the thing, we're just looking for young high school kids who want to make a little bit of money.
Yeah, we're looking for part-timing young kids.
It's a hometown small thing, and I'm like, that I love.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Great.
Hey, we need extra hands, and you need some. You need
some cash. Come in and work with us.
Come in and work.
B from the SAV over on Twitter. The struggle is real. # minimum wage hike will destroy us.
That's correct.
It's true. I'll be honest, dude. I'm telling you, if you weren't 8 hours away,
we'd be hanging out.
I might be, helping you out there.
Yeah.
just because.
And I mean, this is not quite completely out of the realm of what we're talking about, but an outage.
An outage?
An outage at a treatment plant in Southern California.
A power outage.
Yeah, power outage. Yeah, major power outage.
That's frequent in
California. Yeah, with the fact of the
Southern California too.
Specifically,
I like Southern California
with the problems that they have, and
I mean it's better than Northern California.
Well, you probably don't like it right now.
Well, I don't like California now anyway.
No, I mean you wouldn't like to visit it either, especially Southern California.
I was thinking about this the other day. I look at California.
And not just for the people.
I look at California in my sadness and my disappointment in California. It's like it's a
disappointing father feel.
No.
That's what it is for me.
It's like getting into the fridge and finding a container.
Yeah.
That had like cake in it or something.
Yeah, something that you wanted.
Amazing.
Something you wanted.
And you don't even get very often, but it's still something amazing. And you open it up and it's moldy. And I'm not talking like just a little bit of mold that you could pick off and eat the rest of it. No.
That's
we're
disturbing.
Talking you open it
covered.
up and it started its own ecosystem.
That cake is caked.
Yeah.
With mold.
Yeah, and it's such an ecosystem already attached to this cake that you dare not disturb it. You just put the lid back on and you put it back in the fridge. That's how I look at California. It's that I wish I had
the entire
cake.
Container at that point.
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying. No,
I would.
You leave it in hopes that you can eventually see if whether or not evolution is real or not.
His science projects.
His science project. You tell the kids, look, and if you ever happen to be in a situation that you need an emergency dose of penicillin,
you can at least scrape it off the top.
Exactly. It tastes like ass, but you know what?
Whatever.
At least you don't have to worry about that infection anymore.
Right. Yeah, see, an outage at a treatment plant in Southern California resulted in 17 million gallons of untreated sewage to spew into the ocean. And the closed several beaches several miles out.
I would hope so. I would hope that's
yeah.
I hate you, Big Pharma Steve. Damn it.
Yeah.
Major power outage. I hate you.
Yep.
I need to rewatch that series.
It's a good one. It's good. Yeah. Hyperion Water Reclamation said on Monday that it became, quote, inundated with overwhelming quantities of debris, causing backups of the headworks facility. Hyperion is the oldest and largest.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Overwhelming quantities
of debris.
Of the debris.
Yeah, causing backups in their headworks.
I like how they politely said, hey guys, look. there's a whole lot of poop and we couldn't handle it.
Right.
That's, that's what that says.
Yep. Apparently, they had a big blasting. Hyperion is the oldest and largest sewage plant in Los Angeles County. It has been in operation since 1894. The company said that 6% of the plant's daily sewage load was...
I see what you did there, load.
Yeah. Was released.
Wow, 6%.
6% was released out of the pipe about a mile offshore from Santa Monica Bay.
Ooh, Santa Monica? Oh, that's prissy over there, man.
Yeah. They have songs about that place.
I know.
The spill lasted for 8 hours.
Oh, good God.
The Los Angeles County Department of Public Health closed all the beaches on Monday and warned that the water could contain bacteria that might make swimmers sick.
It could.
Might.
Could.
And might.
Could.
And
Okay.
might. Los Angeles County Supervisor Janice Hahn,
I mean,
it's how it's spelled,
it is.
said the incident would be investigated. Quote,
Oh, hold on. Stop it. Stop it.
what?
The county supervisor for
A
LA
lie.
is going to investigate
Yes.
and what? Find out that it was their poor handling of the power outages and the power grid and as a whole that caused this thing to flow. And they're not going to admit that. They're going to find something wrong with Hyperion. They're going to blame it on them. And they're going to say, well, you didn't have this. Da, da, da.
She would be spewing a bunch of bile, is what you're saying.
So pretty much she's going to be putting more out than or almost as much as was dumped into the ocean.
Right.
Of the same stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, okay.
Uh-huh. Quote, what happened yesterday was unacceptable and dangerous. Not only did the Hyperion plant release 17 million gallons of sewage into our ocean, the public had little to no information about it for hours.
Well, I mean,
That was from Han.
you know the ocean is kind of big.
It is huge.
So my guess is unless you happen to see a log floating next to you, you might have been okay. I'm just saying.
Quote,
Because not for nothing, you realize you go to the beach. If you get into the ocean,
Yes.
you're swimming in fish's toilet.
it's true at all times.
So
Mostly what you're stepping on
now I understand that.
is the poo.
Yeah, and I understand that, it's still, bacterial and it's not, it's not good when it's human stuff. And I'm there. I'm familiar with the comes to safety. But again, the ocean is huge.
Huge.
It probably was not that big a deal. One might say
It's like the oil spill that happened in the Gulf Coast. And then
what oil
like,
spill?
Exactly. And the salt water literally ate it up because there's enzymes in that area.
Because that's what it does.
Because there's a slow oil leak always in that area. And so there's already built up enzymes in the water that break it apart and feed on it and the whole deal. Yeah. Quote, we need answers from the LA City Sanitation about what went wrong and led to this massive spill.
Again, your horrible maintaining of the power grid.
And you said it wrong. It's a massive load.
He come back and goes, I think we said load too many times a day. We need to change that up.
But we also need to recognize that County Public Health did not effectively communicate to the public and could have put swimmers in danger. Well, there are swimmers and floaters, mostly.
Most of the logs were floating, but...
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Hydro Flask Slug over on Twitter. Did the backup occur following Taco Tuesday?
Well, it did happen like today. So
Yeah, so it's a possibility. Oblivion Flickering. Untreated sewage. Does the sewage get any tastier after it's been treated?
Normally, no. It's just chlorinated.
Yeah. So it's chemical poo. Which just...
Sounds even worse.
Or it sounds like it tastes. Be from
Somehow
the
it tastes worse.
It tastes like a niece. Get it right, please. That's fantastic.
So yeah, at this point, Southern California is exactly like
Northern California.
Yeah,
Except for they dump theirs in the water, and
all the-
Northern
yeah.
California's is in the streets.
that's right.
Which eventually gets to the water.
Eventually, it
So,
does.
I'm
It's called
just saying.
runoff.
That's it. Peekable Snarky Jackal. The ocean is huge, but is it tremendous? Yes.
It is beautiful.
It's
tremendous, huge,
Huge.
huge.
You know what
Yeah.
else is huge?
What's that?
American Pride Roasters coffee.
They are amazing.
They are a historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your gullet.
Oh, you can get it at AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
You can go to our website, doaeshow.com. That is doaeshow.com. We have
Amazing
archives, stuff going all the way back to when we first began, or at least close to it.
Sort of.
You got the shop. You can sign up, be a member with us. You can sign up for free. You can do $5 a month. You can do $50 a year. All kinds of cool stuff over there. Trying to constantly grow. Check us out. DOAShow.com. Follow us on all of the social medias at DOA Show. Follow us on Facebook, DOA Show, or the Defenders Live Radio Show on Facebook as well. Mojo50.com is where you go to hear great 24-hour, 365, 7 days a week.
News talk.
Yeah, libertarian talk radio, the best anywhere. You're not going to find anything like that. I'm telling you, anywhere else.
Nowhere else.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.